This is the Ellie
and Lee Show.
Show.
Hey everyone, so it's just me, Lee. Unfortunately, Ellie and my schedule didn't line up today, but actually, we were chatting about something, which is Aristotle's 3 points to persuasion, and those are ethos, pathos, and logos. So, ethos deals with credibility and character. So, often when there's a public speech, there's always someone that introduces that person and lists off all the things that they've achieved prior, like especially if they've done some research or they've became a doctor or that sort of thing. And because that kind of sets up that the person that's going to give this speech is someone that has experience and knowledge, therefore that's someone that has something new or interesting to share. And yeah, I think the thing about ethos is it's quite true. You generally want, if it's something specialized or if it's a specific topic, then you want someone that has done the work in that field. Like, you wouldn't want someone that's never played sports or never been a coach or that sort of thing to be telling you how you should work out. Generally you tend less to believe that kind of person, as opposed to someone that maybe you can see that they have a good body and maybe they've trained and they have some sort of accreditation for coaching or that sort of thing. You tend more to believe them when they give you that kind of advice. And then it's also about character. So I think that's just if someone makes themselves approachable. So if you deem that that person has a good character, like maybe you've seen some of their social media posts, although that's kind of debatable whether it shows true character or not. But yeah, you can see maybe they've done good deeds, or you can just see that throughout their posting history, they've been consistent in a certain point, maybe consistently being quite kind to their fans or something like that, if you're talking about a celebrity. So I think the thing about ethos, though, is that it's something that kind of takes more time to build up. I don't think, people just start off with ethos. You have to gain that knowledge in whatever the field might be. And that's kind of the pitfall of it as well, because someone could have a very good explanation for something, but because nobody sees that they have credentials or whatever the case may be, then they may not be believed. And then so pathos is more of the emotional appeal. You want to try and pull on someone's heartstrings, I guess. And that's why you find in a lot of public speaking, you see people always bring back whatever they're trying to talk about to a personal story, because then you, the audience, you might empathize with their story and it kind of becomes more vivid or more real to you. And, when you have an emotion attached to something, it kind of motivates you to do it. So often, like if you feel really angry, then you might have the response to shout out. Or if you feel really happy, then you might have the response to, want to dance or something like that. So I think pathos is considered pretty strong. If you can get someone's emotions behind what you're saying, then you can kind of give them that push to either believe what you're saying or even do something that you're asking. And then the last one, which is one that I think I fall more into, which is logos, and that's an appeal to logic. And I think this one's also quite difficult because at the end of the day, everyone perceives reality in a different way. So trying to figure out how people's logic works, yeah, that can kind of be tough. But at the end of the day, if you break it down into small enough steps, the hope is that you can convince people from that standpoint. And yeah, I think the reason why I prefer this sort of thing is I'm more analytical and I kind of like tinkering around with electronics. So being persuaded, I like to have, an A, B, C sort of explanation. So then if I follow the logic and I agree with it at each step, then, to me, it's like, okay, that's convincing. Yeah, so that's just about Aristotle's 3 points of how to persuade someone. And the last thing I'll say about it is that I think everyone responds to these 3 different types at different levels. And I think it's really good that we've been doing the personality series, because if you try to look at someone's personality, you can kind of get an idea of where their main focus is of persuasion. And I don't think it's necessarily trying to manipulate someone or to persuade them to do something that you want. It's more just like in a team situation, it's good to know how people respond so that when you give out a team speech or whatever the case may be, you can kind of tailor make it such that it helps motivate the entire team. And yeah, I think you can find if people are more emotional when it comes to their personality, like high in neuroticism or that sort of thing, then you can make an emotional appeal. But if they're less in neuroticism, then maybe the logos or ethos might do the trick. So anyway, yeah, have you ever tried these kinds of methods in your public speaking or persuading someone else? Let me know down in the comments, and next time Ellie will definitely be here, so don't worry about that. Thanks, bye. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps us out.
Thanks for watching. See you.
See you.